There's one simple mistake that could be destroying your Google Ads results, and most brand owners don't even realize that it is a mistake. And of course, I'm talking about tracking. Yes, just tracking in general. If you're a little bit more experienced with e-commerce, you are already used to not trusting the attribution data that, for example, Facebook tells you. It's because that these platforms often try to show you that they are better than they actually are. But not only that, after the iOS 14 update, these big companies like Meta and Google, their tracking got severely handicapped. And that was due to privacy concerns, mainly from the US government. You probably remember a few years ago, Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, went viral by answering the questions to the Senate. These questions were regarding these privacy concerns. And alongside that, Apple, the biggest company in the world, also severely limited how these big ad platforms could track the data from their users. That means that today, even the number of sales that the companies like Meta and Google say they generated for your brand are severely misrepresented. They could be a lot higher than what they actually tell you. So you absolutely should not trust the attribution data that Google Ads and other big platforms like Meta Ads tell you in their platform. So if Google tells you that your ad spent $1,000 and got you 5,000 in sales, maybe they actually got 10,000 in sales. Or maybe Facebook got that 5,000 in sales and Google actually stole that traffic because someone might have seen the Facebook ad and then searched for your brand's name on Google, clicked the first sponsor link and bought your product. And these platforms don't talk to each other. So maybe Meta thinks that they sold your product and Google also thinks that they sold your product. And when you see, you spent double the budget that you had to get the same revenue. So in today's day and age, you absolutely need a third-party attribution tool. Not only they'll be more accurate with the data and show you in a prettier dashboard maybe, which is important because you can see all the different streams of traffic that direct to your page and the attributed revenue for it, but you also need a software that sends this data back to your Google Ads account, so that way Google's algorithm can learn faster and get you better results. So before I show you what you need to do, just a quick recap. First thing is that you need a software that shows you a more accurate data, so that way you can read that data and make better decisions while optimizing your Google Ads campaigns. And second of all, you need softwares that actually send this data back to Google so that their machine learning can do its job and make your campaigns better without you actually having to do anything with them. And if you're not doing that, your competitors who are doing that will always be ahead of you. It basically doesn't even matter what else you do. You're always gonna get higher CPMs, higher cost per clicks, and as a consequence, higher costs per acquisition. With that being said, let me show you some alternatives. Okay, so what I'm showing you right now is Triple Whale's homepage. Triple Whale is the go-to platform for attribution tracking and reports for brands that are still on the 5, 6, and 7-figure range and that have not reached the stage of, for example, doing 8 digits annually. So this tool is very, very popular. This is the main summary dashboard from Triple Whale for one of our clients. You can see here that this is a snapshot of the period that you selected on the top corner. Right now, for instance, I'm doing the month of October of 2024, and Triple Whale connects to everything. You can see the Shopify numbers, how much you spent in ads, your total ROAS, and then you have your custom metrics here. You can, for example, your profit margins, your profit per visitor, your ROAS per new customer. Not everything here is configured correctly. For example, this is saying here that we have $0 of profit per visitor. The true profit is 80K on the month with a 19% margin. And then you can also see their numbers per platform. This is Meta and Google Ads and Klaviyo. But you can add more sources actually. Triple Whale has integration with pretty much every traffic source you can imagine. There's also the web analytics, the overall store numbers, for example, your AOV, your gross sales, your returning customers, units sold, and then your platform specific numbers. For example, this is their Facebook ads numbers, and this is their Google Ads results, right? You can see here, 3,800 is spent and 16,000 money came back. This was our first month doing Google Ads for this client. Very shy, but you can see here that is already very profitable. And what I'm showing you right now is a table view of the comparison between the Triple Whale attribution and the Google Ads attribution. So you can see here that our campaigns have had a pretty low ROAS with the native Google Ads attribution, 2.82, 0.95, 0.43, 0, 0.27, 19.61. Yeah, this is the brand, this is the DSA, this is the best one yet. But it pales in comparison to the real attributed data. This is 7.2, 3.48, 0.82, 6.48, 1.22, and 28.17. And you can actually see here that if we were to make decisions based solely on the native Google Ads attribution, we would probably pause all of these campaigns that can't even reach 1 ROAS. So there are 4 campaigns here that don't reach 1 ROAS in the Google Ads native attribution. And the Triple Whale attribution, who is much more accurate, tells us that all of these campaigns actually reach our break-even ROAS. Except for this one, who's still pretty low, but that's part of the testing. And you can see here that it says that's 0.82, when in fact the Google native attribution told us that it was 0.43. So that's the first problem that we are avoiding. We now know that we can increase spend on all of these campaigns, run some optimizations, and scale them. But now this doesn't solve all our problems because, as I said, Google needs that data. Google needs that data because Google Ads and Facebook Ads and every other ad platform that is today, they are very machine learning centric. So they need data to make these campaigns actually run better, run more profitable, and be able to scale even more. So just seeing the correct data is not very good. We also need to send it back to the ad platform. So what I'm showing you here is WeTracked. WeTracked is a lot less expensive than Triple Whale, but instead of doing all of those reporting features and integrating with all your platforms and showing all the data at just one place, WeTracked only does one thing. It gathers the correct data with more accurate attribution and then sends them back to the ad platforms. So this is their page. I'm going to leave the link in the description, and you just follow the instructions to install, and then you can select which ad platforms and which ad accounts you're going to integrate. But you can see here they integrate with Google Ads, TikTok Ads, Meta Ads, Pinterest Ads, Snapchat Ads, whatever. It works pretty well with Google Ads, and I think the attribution is even more accurate than Triple Whale's. Now, Triple Whale actually launched a new feature on their platform that does the exact same thing as WeTracked, and it's called Sonar, Triple Whale Sonar. Instead of just getting the correct data, it sends it back to your ad platform. And it works with Google Ads and Meta Ads. So you can even do a comparison and decide if you want between WeTracked and Sonar. Of course, with Triple Whale's full platform, you're also going to get all the dashboards, all the table views just in one place, instead of having to go to each platform and getting the attribution there. Now, if you're already doing multiple 7 or 8 or even 9 figures per year, then you have two premium options that you can choose from. Not that Triple Whale and WeTracked are bad, they are very good platforms, but HiROAS and NorthBeam are actually the go-to for enterprise level tracking. So for example, NorthBeam starts at $1,000 per month on their lowest tier pricing level, and HiROAS starts at $216, but that's if you're doing 20K a month. But if you're doing more than $1 million, it's going to be also an enterprise package. So you can see here at $750K a month, it's going to cost you $1,400. And that's for the annual plan. For the monthly plan, it's probably going to cost you even more. And just doing a quick comparison with WeTracked and Triple Whale, you're going to see here the price of Sonar. Triple Whale actually has a free plan for when you're doing less than 500,000 in revenue for the year. And after that, it starts at $299 a month. WeTracked is way cheaper. You can start at $49 a month, up to $500 a month, add up to 3 stores, and integrate with all ad channels basically. So if you're starting out, WeTracked is probably the best option for you. So yeah, these are the most common options for e-com owners to solve their tracking issues. Now, hopefully you understand the importance of setting up correct tracking. In fact, this is something that our clients need to do before hiring us. We do not work with clients that don't want to hire a third-party attribution software. This already has been massively tested not only by us, but also by everyone else in the market. So if you want to work with us, you have to do 2 things. First, you need to hire a third-party attribution software, preferably one of the options that I told you about in this video. And number 2, you have to click on the link down below to book a call with us, where in this call, we'll do a full audit of your Google Ads account and your store and tell you right away what needs to be improved. And if you'd like us to work on these improvements for you, and even more, getting you to reach multiple 6 and 7 figures in revenue with only Google Ads, then we will be happy to give you a quote of our services at the end of that call. So what are you waiting for? Let's make some money with Google Ads.